All right, we're up against Pantsuman, one of our favorite streamers. Okay. I was probably going to pick that, but I don't know. I think we ran out of time or it was a misclick. It's still fine. Probably something like this. Giant spec. Is that for the melter or is that for something else? So Pantsuman is very familiar with our game. I feel like he's definitely looked at our games before, spectated. So he knows we're a link abuser. You know, he should know what's coming, but our strategy is a little bit different. It gets a little bit different as we evolve. Recently, we've been facing some pretty aggro players, and I find that defending the aggro, quote-unquote, cheese is a little bit, you know, it's not our specialty. And if we cannot force our game plan, just defending correctly to the opponent's strategy is, you know, so sometimes more difficult than forcing your own cheese. So I kind of like the idea of going for early sledge link, just so we can force our own strategy. Okay, marksman is an easy pick. We always know that this is our choice for AA, and 3 chaff pretty much is what we're gonna go for every single time. This time we just put our chaff more conservatively, more traditionally, I should say. Okay, thinks the same thing, pretty similar position. So far looking kind of like a mirror, except for the lack of giants. I would suspect perhaps a Vulcan to tease out the link, and then perhaps a blind melter counter because he's extremely smart and knows knows what we're up to. That would be one way to defeat us. And it also makes me wonder, and look at these techs here. We don't run, these 2 techs are not techs we run, but I feel like the mech rage is not bad. Like I want to replace this with mech rage at some point. I just keep forgetting. But I'm not sure if armor and heal like is that amazing. Do they really do anything? Are we like not understanding that the armor and the field maintenance together is like a crazy combo? You're basically getting 35% instead of 120%. And then the damage sharing is usually a good thing until you get countered. Okay, so far so good. I mean, our guns are doing, this middle gun is doing a lot, so there's no reason to sell. Okay, this is an easy choice. And it's going to be, you know, we're always going to maximize the amount of deployments. I wonder if we start going for the flank yet. Maybe we build one more round of... Maybe we do start going into the flanks now. Just because we, you know, kind of have almost enough stuff here. Maybe I just put this on the other side because he doesn't have the crawler on the other side yet. So we might be able to get through quicker. And this seems kind of reasonable. All right. So far we don't have like a ton of sledges that are linked together. So even if he does go for like a scorpion or something or a melter, you know, the link value to destroying, he's not getting any huge links. We will start building the link, but it's going to be max 3 tanks per link. This is how I'm envisioning it. I'm not envisioning, or we could, you know, you go for 1 link in the middle. It usually does split up, so it could be reasonable, but here you can easily put a tank here, a tank here. I'd prefer that over 2 in the middle. Just because, you know, when you put all your eggs in 1 link, you might, you know, be in trouble. Okay, it's not going to get to the tower, but it's going to be super annoying. But he doesn't have that much chaff, surprisingly. Maybe we have to change our name to the Chaff Master because of all this. I think at some point we can click the underground. Like, we probably have too much value not to click it at some point. So I could delay the link just to click it. Okay, so it's still not going to be enough with everything that's going on. Okay, the Rhino comes in. This is interesting, but I think we can't quite use it yet. Maybe in the next couple turns we can use it, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'll keep it just in case. This, I mean, if he's gonna like, you know, get beaconed over, then I'll just you know, I'll just walk right in. Right? Because if you look at this, you know, there's not a lot of stuff, especially if I go here. Just put it here just to be safe. I don't want to aggro the wrong unit. Okay. Upgrade this. Now we start building our tanks. Could even just go for a flanking play on this side. You know, we're starting to build our tanks, but it's not exactly like, you know, all in on tanks right away. Don't know if I should put it here or on the other side. And I think I'll go for the speed here, actually. Maybe I want to distract him with, like, do I want to do this just so I can no, I don't. Do I want to do like this so I could just distract him here? Okay, looks like he's countered. He knows what's going on. This unfortunately didn't quite move. Doesn't look like it's gonna get in, unfortunately. Explosion would actually be pretty good there. I'm not sure if I want to commit to the explosion though for that kind of money. And looks like our plans are starting to not exactly work as expected here. Okay, now we have to go link. He's just waiting for the link so he can go for so we're gonna have to move this. He's waiting for the link so then he can go for the melter counter. I don't know if the missile's gonna do anything here. Like it might do something. Maybe the speed does more. I'm not the best at these aggro cheese plays, but we can certainly try. And I think we're gonna need to cheese a tower here. Otherwise, we're gonna be in some serious trouble. I don't think he can kill this though. Given I don't think he can kill this at all. So the Rhino isn't actually necessary this round. We need to start thinking about what's next. Usually it's going to be Wasp, but he does have the Wraiths already. You could make an argument for going ground spec Wasp first, and then like change it into some kind of like air spec later. So it's good that you can't kill this. Should be able to do a lot of damage. He's almost killing it though. I mean, I don't want him to kill it because the amount of damage I can do is pretty significant. Usually you can get him down to like, oh yeah, this is fine though. I mean, we're not doing, our HP is kind of low, but I think it's still like, if we finish him in the next round, we're gonna win. He did go for a technology that probably isn't super useful, so that could be our advantage. Ion Blast is interesting. Probably more for him than it is for us. Like, you could try to blast this Wraith, which might be actually pretty good. Additional deploy for the Wasps, I don't know. This feels like we're kind of all in. Might as well go for the, but just to kill a single Wraith doesn't feel that amazing. I think I'll go for the, maybe I'll go for Elite Wasp right away. Okay, ground spec or aerial spec first? I guess it's ground spec first. I don't know if you want to do that, because then your thing is going to be definitely clicking with quick speed. I think the beacon has to be a little bit better here. Maybe you go like this. I don't think you want to bring it in to the I think this is better. Okay, so it's going to be Scorpions, which makes the Wasp not the greatest option. However, Elite spec Wasp is kind of nice. We'll go for the range and aerial spec next, I guess. Let's just see how much damage we can do. He might be almost be dead. Nope, not even close. Okay, so we're kind of in trouble now. Now we need something that can it's probably gonna go Farseer, you'd imagine. So what is our play? Is it just like, do we just go more into these crawlers? Like, we have a lot of crawlers. And what do we do about these guys? Does it make sense for it to just sit there to soak a shot? Fire Badgers with like explosion, but not into the Scorpion. Just one shot them. There'd be Scorpions everywhere. So I think we just keep committing into our we could try to make a Phantom Ray and just like kind of beacon it in, but it could be a little risky. I think it might make sense anyways though. So we'll missile this, and then we'll just try to beacon this in. Perhaps we go for the shield. Maybe we go for burst, since, you know, we're more all in anyways. It's a cheaper tech. Do we start selling out of this? Probably. I think we have to really commit here, even with the Wasp here. Okay, he's got range, he's got everything, but we have this crazy suicide kamikaze pack. And let's see if this kamikaze pack is going to be enough to kind of get in there. We have taken out his Scorpions. This is about as all in as it gets, but... And looks like we failed our mission. Or wait, well, there's one Scorpion left. That is enough to one-shot everything. Yeah, we have failed. We failed our mission. Oh boy. Now this is going to be a pretty tough situation to get ourselves out of. Orbital is a no-brainer, but it's really good for him. Doesn't do that much for us. I think I'll start redeploying this maybe like more conservatively. Obviously I have to go for the armor now, which is not something we wanted to do. Yeah, it's gonna be like, I don't know how he's gonna do it. He's probably gonna do it here. So I might even want to, might want to start going, might even want to start selling this, I don't know. But this is less useful. Like now we're in some serious trouble here. Do we ever just go like this? Because surely he's gonna like try to fire here, isn't it? Or is he gonna fire here? Well, I guess it's gonna be a gamble. Yep. Okay, so we made the correct gamble, but we might be flying into our own little thing here. 8-gun and Wraith. 8-gun and range. We have shield, which is not that good. Now in retrospect, I wish I clicked aerial spec, but or at least range. But shield is not horrible because, well, I guess it's not great into the high level one, but we can kill this one guy, and then we get in there, and we get the tower. I think we might have won this here, just through that play, but let's not speak too soon because we might still lose here. Just depends on the situation here. Who can win the air battle? Okay, we won the air battle, but I think this goes on for another round. Okay, either way, I think we've done quite okay. Elite spec. Don't want the sandworm, I think. Fortress, don't want the fortress. Fire badger could be interesting here, but then it just gets one shot, right? Still, might not be a bad idea. If we could like create a distraction here, we could just do like napalm. Might be good. Or you just go for this and just click the button, right? I think I'd go for this, click the button. Even throw down something like this. Where is his crawlers? Do we even need to click the button? For some reason, I'm wondering if how good of an idea this is. Okay, so we need aerial spec now. What do we sell out of? Like, do we sell out of the tanks? Yes, or do the gun? Probably the tank. Let's just see here. The tank. And let's start moving some of these things over. Let's go for 2 crawlers. Still believe in like the crawlers here. What do we need? What else do we need here? Just a random missile? Okay, I forgot to beacon. That's not good. Probably doesn't matter that much, honestly. I was probably going to beacon it into the wrong area anyways. But the aerial spec is probably really good. I think the fort might have been a mistake for him because the fort just gets one shot. And now it looks like we've won the game here. Thanks to our elite spec Wasp card. Well, I thought we lost it for a second there, but I think somehow we turned it around. Did he make a good call with the fortress? That's the huge question. The fortress is like, what is it, 900 damage? I mean, it makes sense, but not like ground spec, right? Right, taking this over from the opponent's perspective. I'm not sure if he wants any of these ground units, just because it's like unless he gets these fire badgers to explode, I could see that being maybe a good option. Okay, let's change this view here. So like the exploding stuff might be okay, but I think you put something in the why don't you put something into the corners, right? Like this is got to be pretty good. This be a pretty huge distraction. Okay, so I think the answer to this is just more of these things. We could experiment with the HE later. I think that you don't need some of these scorpions anymore. Like for example, this one, or this one, for example. So let's say we sell that. Let's just build more of these. But we can't build that many more. We don't have, the money is not available. I think you just want them here maybe. I think missiles would be smart. Okay, let's see what happens here. This is probably what I'm most worried about. This is really good. Look at this pull. I wish I went for speed instead of that last missile, but I mean, this pull is pretty amazing. I would be surprised if we can lose here. Kind of tanky, the Wraith here. I think if we lose this, we can try the degen beam, but we actually end up taking the tower, and that's it. 1279. Go back to the lobby. This is what I was worried about. Yeah, that's enough. This was exactly what I was worried about. When I saw the forts, I think he just panicked. Really think he just panicked. Plus, you'd imagine that Pantsuman, he's definitely a flanker. Not sure why he didn't flank us there. Okay, so sell out of this. I mean, that's worth 400, but still, I think it's worth the pull. Upgrade everything. HE is interesting, but HE could be interesting actually here. But this could also be good too. So why don't we try that as an experiment? Can't go for speed, we just go for two more. And no missiles this time. Okay. Kind of feels like the degen beam is probably a good thing, because I haven't seen any wraiths die yet. This guy came close to dying, but he's still alive. And does it also like mess with the range or no? Attack is just reduced, additional 30% damage. So that's 2400. So we doubled that damage. Let's try it with HE out of curiosity. What is the best counter into this? A Wasp play? For a moment there, before we did the replay, I was thinking that, we did such a good job, but it was actually just a misplay from the opponent. I think he just panicked because he was probably winning, and he probably just got a little bit too... Like he how this game works. It's all about nerves, isn't it? So it could have just been one of those things. 50 left over. We'll go for the speed. The question is HE better than the degen beam? We already know that the degen beam is better than just more wraiths. Okay. This is still alive, interestingly. Okay, wait a second. Still no wraiths have died. This is closer to death, but still. Slightly less is... No, it's actually more interesting. So it's actually more, but it was very close. So, okay. Either one of these, I guess, are really good into the... But it looked a little cleaner, but it was less HP with the degen beam. Alright, guys. We didn't deserve to win that one, but we'll obviously take the win.